into my life Monday morning when first I heard you speak to me. I was too shy to let you know, much too scared to let my feelings show, but you shielded me, and that was the beginning. Do you still remember all the time that has gone by? Do you still believe that love can fall out from the...
Hello and welcome to the Games Done Quick Hot Fix, and welcome to Out of the Box, the show that believes that if you can watch it, you can run it. My name is T-Tree, and tonight's shows kind of have two different themes. On the one hand, both Satan herself and myself like doing sneak previews for upcoming events. So tonight's Out of the Box is going to be previewing runs that may appear. In this case, some are on backup and some are on schedule for Black Enough Flashes speeding through the holidays. And later on, you'll see some selections from the Frost Fatales submissions pool on Creature Corner. But this is also kind of an episode of fast travel in that none of our runners this evening are from the land of Games Done Quick. So first off tonight for you, we have a legendary run from across an ocean from the Netherlands. It's Shin Dark Shadow with an any % run of Rayman Legends. Let's get it started.
My name is Shin Dark Shadow, but you can call me Shin. I'm gonna do Rayman Legends any %, which it entails basically that I have to get a certain amount of TNCs to unlock the final level, beat the final boss, and that's it.
Simple as that.
Yeah, it's as easy as that. So I'll start and I'll count down before the timer actually starts, because we're gonna have a little cutscene beforehand, which.
Oh yeah, the tone setting and the atmosphere in these games is genuinely just unparalleled. Like everything that was made with this engine, the Ubi Art engine, had a very special look and feel to it.
Yeah.
That I think has aged so gracefully.
Yeah, because I think this game is like from 2013.
Correct.
Around 2012, 2013, yeah. So, and it's still like, it still holds up. All right, so here's where it starts. I'll count down and then we can begin. 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, good luck and have fun.
Thank you. So first off, we'll be switching characters because
Glowbox time.
Yeah, there's a specific use for Glowbox later on in the run, which I'll explain as we get in there.
Yeah, if you want to talk about the general idea, platformer collectathon after a fashion, though we won't necessarily be doing all of that today. Yeah, of course.
I wanted to talk about how I got into speedrunning as well. And so basically, I used to... Oh no.
No.
Basically, I used to... Yeah, it's fine. Basically, I used to do individual levels for Sonic Origins, which I really enjoyed, but I didn't have a PC back then, so I didn't do full game runs. And then at some point, one of my friends challenged me to a Racing Crash 4, which is where everything started. And as you can probably tell, this is a platformer. Crash 4 is a platformer, so I'm a big platformer fan. I've been since I was young.
Sure. Yeah, I saw your description of your channel is talking about Platinum Relics, talking about Pizza Tower P ranks. Certainly a gamer after my own heart.
Yeah, Pizza Tower is also great. That's one of the games that I do want to run at some point, if possible. Well, I mean, it is possible, but like...
Yeah. It's funny. It was one of the most recent games I was obsessed with when I pitched the idea for this show, and I'm like, the worst part is I'll never get to have Pizza Tower on the show because to optimize Pizza Tower, you have to do a bunch of arbitrary controller binding.
Yeah, it is. It's insane. Like,
it's quite
so many
unusual.
inputs.
Yes.
Like I probably just. I mean, that's also the thing with speedruns. Like, that's why I run any percent mostly, because it's. Well, you just have to get to the end. It's not like you have to collect everything there is to do. I do really enjoy watching like full game speedruns because, yeah, it's so much stuff that you have to learn and
Sure.
keep track of.
The difference in routing, you know, there are often, as I'm sure there is the case in this game and in Origins as well, specific routes to optimize for any percent. It's just that the route has less to it that you have to remember, execute on, etc. So it's more beginner friendly. But
Yeah, exactly.
For
Yeah.
people who like completionist runs, like you could absolutely see a all diamond cups or 500 teensies run of this game on the likes of Do All the Things with Mr. underscore Shasta on Fridays.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are really uniquely enjoyable things about each different category of runs. I was having some discussions with friends when I mentioned I was having this run on, and one of them was like, "Oh yeah, no, Diamond Cups is where it's at for me because the difference in like movement and the way you have to work those different things into the level is super cool."
Yeah, because
they sold me on it a bit.
Yeah, I've seen like a ton of like videos on it lately on like how crazy like everything gets movement wise in different categories. Because like, well, for me, I am pretty quick, but like there's some tricks that I don't really know about.
Sure.
But they're like seeing them in action is crazy.
Yeah, it's whether it's because they're not relevant to this category or they're not faster on the levels that you do. There's all sorts of reasons why that might be.
Yeah, but it's like, yeah, this game is like a pretty high skill cap, but it's easy to pick up. You don't really need to. Well, you can just know the basics and you can run basically.
Certainly,
I think the biggest gripe with this game, well, like in the beginning, is just learning the route because you have to pick up certain TCs and you leave certain TCs. Because in some levels we grab the king and the queen, in some levels we don't.
Got it.
Because in the first two levels I haven't grabbed any. In this one I won't grab any either. But in the next one we have to grab both. So
And how does that help add up, or how does that help describe our overarching goal for this run?
it's basically just trying to get the quickest TNCs there you can get basically. So certain kings and queens are skipped because they're slower to get.
Yeah, whether it's because of where they are or whether it's because of like things like the cutscenes involved in getting them sometimes, or transition to other areas.
There's certain of them. I know one for sure. Well, yeah, because I did one on accident because I thought I was missing a TC.
Sure.
There's one where it's basically just a waiting game. So you're waiting for the screen to scroll while, and then at the end the TC just pops out basically. But that's like exactly the opposite of what we're going for because, I mean, in a speed run you don't really want to wait because that loses time.
Everyone's favorite part of platformers is the auto scrollers, right?
There is an auto scroller coming up actually, which is it's mostly an auto scroller.
Right. A musical auto scroller, if you will.
Well, yeah. So let's say it's the second level that just unlocked. So after this one, we'll
this game is
there.
I'm honestly a little surprised that I didn't get more into the idea of speedrunning off of this game, because I was describing that this game also had a PlayStation Vita version. Shout outs to anyone who remembers or appreciates the Vita. 2025. I took it to my first job and I would play. There was a weekly mode that like asked you to basically do mini speedrunning challenges and had a leaderboard built in. So that's really what taught me the base movement in this game, taught me how to move like, the spin into the roll, into the, dive to get a little extra distance. And that it did a really good job of like tightening up the basics of how to play the game, how some of the later levels would ask you to. It was very clever.
Yeah. So I'd say that's very nice of me.
Yeah, tell us a little bit about you've got the partner here who's doing some of the different on the Vita that was actually touch control. They would encourage you to touch the screens to do things there, but what are you doing to kind of two-hand to do both the Glowbox's movement and all of the other interactions?
I changed I changed the layout of the buttons so I can actually use my left hand to control Murphy. So basically what Murphy does, he's basically just a support character. He can cut through certain ropes, he can move certain platforms. It can be kind of tricky he can also rotate platforms, by the way. It can be kind of tricky to like do everything at once, but that's also like it's part of speedrunning. You learn it as you go. So at a certain point, you just become a natural at it.
Yeah,
like,
there
for
are
instance,
some games where the casual control style and the speedrun control style, like if you tried to go from one to the other, you tried to play somebody else's copy of the game that doesn't have your control set, and you'll be completely lost.
Yeah, indeed, yeah. Yeah, because that's also what I have with Crash, because with Crash 4, I have to change the settings every time I start a run, because I delete the file, basically, to start over. But there's a setting, because you have like these quantum masks that you use.
Right.
And
to do this, yeah, so you have a button, a separate button than the default for the swaps.
Yep. Yeah, because if you do this, if I do the default one, I just get confused. Because one of the default buttons, it's the same button that you use in the older Crash games to look at the HUD. So in the beginning, when I was trying to run, I actually got confused a lot of the time because I didn't realize which buttons I had to press.
Sure, makes sense.
All right, on to the auto scroller. Oh yeah, also there's one more thing that I forgot. There's a thing called lucky tickets. So if you get enough lums in a level, you get a lucky ticket. And to unlock two levels later on in the run, we actually have to get 10 lucky tickets. And in certain levels, it's only 75 lums for a lucky ticket, and in other levels, it's 450.
Jeez.
Well, it's not like, well, in certain levels, because this is one of the levels where I get the lucky ticket.
Okay.
So I have to get 450 lumps before ending the level. And then at a certain point in the run, we'll scratch all of those as fast as possible so we can unlock the levels.
This is the first of the levels that plays with your expectations of what a platform is going to be like. It's kind of like the Mario airship levels, but going in the wrong direction.
Yeah, basically. Oh, Mario as well. Like, seeing those runs, some of the stuff that people pull off is crazy.
Sure.
Like, especially in the 3D games.
We'll be watching one of those later tonight with our good friend Ryan Ford. It'll be a 16-star Super Mario 64 later on.
Oh, that's a classic. Absolutely. Definitely a classic. That's one of the runs that I want to attempt myself at some point.
Oh, you did.
100%. Yeah.
I'm looking forward to there's going to be at the next Awesome Games Done Quick coming up in January in Pittsburgh. There's going to be a 70-star Super Mario 64 relay where I think a total of 74 different participants will each be getting 1 star or performing some of the Bowser throws.
That's really cool.
Right?
That's such a cool idea.
It'll be quite a time.
We're nearing the end. And there we go. And if you look at the, I had 435 lumps, but you get 25 from saving the last TC. Sorry, I got 30. So I still got a lucky ticket, even though I didn't have enough. That's great.
Yeah, that's how the routing goes. You don't necessarily have to have it when the level ends. You just have to know how many you need.
Exactly, yeah. And that's also, it's just, that's with everything speedrunning wise. You learn as you go. You get better over time.
Yep. And, you know, if it helps, there are so many runners out there, especially for things where it's collectathons, where it's, hey, you have to remember to do this at this time. They may do little things that make it easier for themselves, like put that advice in the live split that they're using.
Yep, exactly. That's what I do as
Forget
well.
to collect this lum. Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah, it's in this game. It's especially in which levels you get the lucky tickets and which king and queen you grab, basically. But at a certain point, it just becomes second nature if you do it enough times. But to be honest, I've ran this game for not too long. But even I still make, because there's certain levels that we skip. And I've had it happen multiple times that I jump into the wrong level on accident.
Sure.
Even though we don't even do that level at all.
Or you collect lums you don't normally just because you're like in a group.
Oh, yeah.
Like, wait, did I need those, or is that?
Yeah, that happens to me too. Yeah, where I'm like, wait, I didn't need this lucky ticket, but I have it anyways.
Did that save time, or no? Probably not.
Well, yeah, no, because you have to wait for the lumps to actually gather at the end screen. So it's not like it's a lot of time difference, but.
You know, at that point, when I end up with an extra lucky ticket, I'd be thinking like, all right, can I route it out of a level later? Will I remember how to do that, or?
Well, that's also something that I really like about this game, that even if you miss something, because I've had it before that I didn't have enough lumps in the auto-scroller, that if you just pay attention to the lumps in like a different level, one where you know there's going to be a lot of lumps, you can still like just easily get a lucky ticket later on in the run. It's the same with the teensies. If you miss one, it's easy to just grab another one later on. As long as you don't, like, if it's lower, don't make it a habit.
Right. Yeah. The most of them aren't hidden enough that you miss one on accident. You just might need to do like an extra platforming or go high instead of low at one portion. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. In the levels that we do run, we think we always collect the 8 normal teensies basically, and then the king and the queen are basically in separate rooms.
Right.
So, almost fell there. But the normal teensies are easy enough to find. Like there's some where you have to like indeed go up and down, where you like grab one and then you jump down to grab the next one.
Especially like in the auto scroller earlier, they kind of want you to go back into crevices that are technically falling away from where the level is trying to send you to get more power ups.
Yeah, and later on, like I think there's a few levels as well where if you are not fast enough to grab it, the case just disappears basically. They just move off screen. So okay, he's the first boss. Or he's not here yet. We're gonna move towards him. Okay. And we restart sequence there, so we don't have to wait for the boss to actually
Nice.
arrive. So it saves a little bit of time.
Oh yeah, exploiting checkpoints is a time-honored tradition in speedrunning.
Yeah, I did it in the first level as well, where I restart.
That's right.
You basically restart sequence and then you spawn a bit further. Okay. I really like this boss in the, like, you do a phase basically and then you move towards the next part of the fight. And then you can see him in the background flying as well.
Yeah, it's very similar to what kind of like an Astrobot would do many years later, where boss fights are often broken up by additional challenges.
Oh no. Luckily that was a checkpoint. So, oh, it wasn't. Oh no.
That's fine.
That was a bit too early.
Again.
Nah, that's fine. Yeah. I did lose my hit point though, my set point, so I had to dodge that firewall, but that went well. All right, on to the last phase. Also, one other thing that I really like about games, like in general, is the soundtracks. Oh, so good.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like they had so much fun with this. It's like, you know, we don't necessarily love auto scrollers in speedruns, but the auto scrollers in these games are absolutely legendary.
Yeah,
as part of the game.
Yeah, because also because of the art style and how everything flows.
Right. They set the levels. It's like Mario Maker autoplay levels.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Which I guess started around this same time.
Oh, I used to play a lot of Mario Maker.
Me too.
Such a great game. Such a good concept too.
Yeah, the fact that they've specifically licensed songs and then made their own cover versions of them to make levels that felt and looked silly while also having memorable songs in them.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yep. Chat
think-
remembers Black Betty correctly.
Oh yeah,
Absolutely
that's the next level indeed. Yeah. Oh, that's actually that gives me an idea actually. Or if I do run this for speeding through the holidays or Back to Black, I can do the extra level session, the music level session incentive.
True. That'd be a lot of fun to do a little bonus showcase.
Yeah, they're really fun, and they're not too long either. So
You just tell the people who are recording, all right, so this part might get DMCA struck on YouTube. Don't worry about this part.
it's worth it. It's definitely worth it.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, there's something about movement in games that I really like when things just stuff like that as well. Because normally what you do is you use the ball to hit the cage, but with the move I just did, you can just jump over the vine and actually grab it like that.
Yeah, these sorts of things, figuring out how to use movement to its utmost to skip portions of levels, it's an honored tradition in things like Donkey Kong Country, some 2D and 3D Marios. Yeah, absolutely. I'm thinking of like some of the new Super Mario Bros. Where you use power-ups to flutter your way through almost entire levels once you get your momentum
exactly.
going.
I love that so much. Like also something that really fascinates me is like how people figure out certain skips. Like,
oh, absolutely. Yeah, You like to think it's one of those, you put enough people in front of enough copies of a game and they just kind of gradually figure it out. But some people have a preternatural ability for that sort of thing.
Yeah, it is actually.
The joke that people tend to make, or the stereotype about QA testers, is that they have that natural inclination to play games, backwards with no items on for the entire game to figure out if that breaks the game or not. But
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I think for most people you have to learn how to do that, but for some people it seems like they really don't. They just like playing games that way to see what happens.
Yeah, they like messing around, breaking stuff.
Granted, whom amongst us doesn't like messing around? Some of us choose to do it differently.
Yeah. It's great regardless, especially if it gets out like results.
For sure.
If I'm not mistaken, because seeing as you were talking about Mario 64, I think there was something recently, there was some news. Well, it's like an old skip, but it's like a newer way of doing it, which is...
Yes, they figured out how
to make it more accessible. Which is, in my opinion, really nice because, I mean, I can understand if people are scared to run a certain category because they're scared of like the difficult stuff. Like,
yeah, absolutely.
That would like I think I would. It would in the beginning it would make me scared, but I know like I do tend to pick up stuff. Once I actually have it, like once I understand, it almost comes natural. That does
tend to help. There are very few skips where I see people be like, all right, you just have to take it on faith that you set up this way and it works. Like, it always amuses me when people describe things that way because it means they figured it out more by feel than understanding the mechanics behind it.
Indeed, yeah.
I'm the same way as what you're describing. I need to understand the mechanics behind it before I can figure out how to recreate it. Yeah, no, you're right. There's a new basement skip doing a slide instead of a SBLJ in Mario 64 that makes, I think, a variety of routes faster and more consistent, including and probably especially like blindfolded.
And it's great. Yeah, I was about to say blindfolded as well. It's crazy how people like with how old Mario 64 is that you're still finding new stuff. That people still find new stuff. To help with the speedruns. Like, I
mean, people are still finding new ways to play the game, so
yeah,
it is perhaps unsurprising that they're still, taking hammers to it and seeing what falls out.
Yeah, it's bound to happen at some point, but like, it still amazes me because it's been out for so long and there's still new discoveries. Like.
Yeah, it's the spirit of collaboration. And when you were talking about people who tend to do that sort of play to find glitches specifically, the synergy between that and the people who will take this and say, okay, how can I use this to work it into a speed run? What pieces have to come out? What new pieces can go in now that we're doing this other thing? That's something that I find really beautiful and satisfying.
The teamwork indeed, because we were basically just trying to beat the game as fast as possible with all of it. Like, it just, I don't know, the whole concept of the teamwork behind it is just something that I really like.
Definitely. You watch any speedrun, especially at a big marathon like a GDQ, and there'll be an opportunity or a time when they'll shout out like, hey, shout outs to this person who discovered this skip, 6 years ago. We didn't figure out how to work it into the run until now, but...
Yeah. That's a really cool concept.
Speedrunning is pretty cool.
Yeah.
And so is Rayman.
I wish I started sooner, to be honest with. I mean,
I know the feeling. Somebody who only started running maybe 3 years ago now themselves.
Yeah, it's also crazy because for me it's like, well, full game runs is basically just this year. So, and there's so many games that I've made a list of games that I really want to try to learn at some point.
I think that just kind of happens when the bug gets you. You're like, all right, now that I know how to do this, I understand conceptually how I like learning a game. What other games do I learn?
Exactly.
Yep. And I appreciated that you shared that with me when we were getting started this evening. You were talking about how you started with ILs and smaller challenges before graduating the full game. Yeah, that wasn't the case for me, but it was interesting to hear a different perspective.
Yeah.
And it's good, it goes to show you that there are so many different ways that you can tackle the matter if it's something you're interested in. There really is no wrong way to get started in speedrunning.
You just have to get started,
Pretty much.
And you just have to accept that, well, if you put the time in, you'll obviously grow. And it's the thing that I also like myself when I'm running is like finding little tricks that some things that I've overlooked and then seeing someone else do it and then I'm like, oh wait, I didn't know I could do this, because that happens to me a lot. Like,
yes,
I'll watch
honestly, that's one of the ways that I've chosen to learn some runs, because mostly I run newer games, so I'm kind of one of the people who's starting out figuring out the routing and how the run comes together and just seeing what I can do with what makes sense to me. But as I've started learning games with long histories, Super Nintendo games, things like that, it's like, all right, here's what makes sense to me off the top. Now I'm going to start watching people whose times are a couple of minutes faster than mine and see
see where you can
cut this corner here, and then I do it again, a couple minutes faster, and do it again. Yep.
Yeah, that's something that I really like. That I like a lot. Like just finding new ways to improve myself. Because in the end, like for me, speedrunning is just like I'm just trying to better myself. Not like, because some people will obviously see it as a race, But I mean, at high level, I kind of understand if you're like going for world record with a few other people, because then it feels like a competition. But for me, it's just,
there are different reasons to choose to improve, which are certainly all valid. You know, if it is the friendly competition with another runner that pushes you, or wanting to be the first person to break this minute barrier, I totally get it. And those are, as you mentioned, very exciting to watch.
Yeah, because people will share that hype with you, which is
definitely
an amazing feeling, to be honest.
One day somebody is going to get those final handful of frames to make Super Mario Brothers basically tied with the TAS, and that's going to be...
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Oh, that's also something that...
a really exciting day.
Yeah. That's something that really... Oh my god. That's one of the reasons that I wanted to start running at some point. Because I used to follow that a bit as well.
Sure. Yeah, you know, and people often talk about supportive communities in terms of like, oh yeah, this game or this series community has a lot of great people who, you know, are passionate about this. But then you've also found Black in a Flash. And what's your experience with that group been like?
Yeah, it's been really nice. Like, the thing is with me though, I'm like a bit, I respond to other things, but I'm not really someone who, well, I should share more often. Like.
Hey, no, there's no sort. It's not like there's a minimum participation barrier.
No, I know. Yeah, definitely. But like, it's just I'm not used to people actually being interested in like wanting to know.
That's a completely understandable response.
So like, but yeah, from what I've gathered is that community really, they're actually interested. So. I've been a few other communities as well, like just other streamers in general as well, where I've met like so many people in the past few years, and I really like the fact that like everyone can come together for like something like this as well, and like just hang out together and stuff. Because I don't know, for me it's like something that I've missed mostly in like just day-to-day life. Like I used to have like friends to hang out with, but like I don't know, it just hits different.
Yeah, it happens as you get older, and that's, you know, things like this are outlets and opportunities where you can connect with more different people from different walks of life by interacting with people who are years younger than me as a result of doing this. I won't put a number to that, but you can guess by the fact that I didn't say one. And it's, you know, it's an interesting way to keep in touch with people and keep your perspective sharp across a lot of different ways of life.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, so while we're talking about it, for not the last time this evening, I will give the shout out and the announcement read that we have for the Black in a Flash community, which is a community that uplifts and connects Black speedrunners of all levels, offering a space to collaborate on speedruns, challenge runs, and randomizers while celebrating Black voices in the speedrunning scene. You can learn more or apply to join at gdq.gg/BAF and follow at blackinaflash.bsky.social for updates, which you absolutely should, because you don't want to miss their upcoming events, Speeding Through the Holidays, December 27th and 28th, and Back to Black 2026 on February 5th to 8th.
Yeah, which I'll both be participating as well.
Indeed. Also, chat just extremely popped off with the first try there.
Oh, yeah.
GG's
yeah,
on that. I also didn't even think about like explaining what's going on. But no, you just got into the flow state while I was busy.
Yeah, we basically just skipped the boss by going over him.
Nice.
Which, it's kind of precise, but it's not too hard in my opinion. It's, I've had it happen that I just get stuck there, but it's not like the checkpoint's right there. So even if you do fail, you can like instantly try again.
Gotcha. Now we've got our timed invasion stages going on. We're going to finish in less than 40 seconds here, right?
Yeah, and everyone, because we're trying to get, I think the amount of things that you need to unlock the final levels is 260. So in all the invasions that we do, we get, we have to get all the TNCs, but 40 seconds is pretty lenient. There's one where it might be close, but even so, it's not even that. Like I think you still have at least like 7 or 8 seconds. So,
I'm seeing one of my favorite things when we have these kinds of discussions during Out of the Box, which is chat getting into having similar discussions. And somebody in chat was saying, it's not for me. I don't have the reaction time. That's the secret. Fast-paced games are not the only kinds of games you can speedrun.
Yeah, I was
there are
going to say.
passionate RPG runners, strategy game runners.
Yeah, you just have to find whatever fits you, to be honest.
One of my favorite runs that I was not in any way involved. Actually, no, technically I was working, like setting up the stage and helping the runner get their setup squared away. But one of my favorite runs of the last Games Done Quick event was Roller Coaster Tycoon.
Oh my God.
Right? You can speedrun basically anything, and there are probably people already doing it who will help you get started.
Yeah, I was about to say. Like in my case, like if someone were to see me run something and they're like on the fence of trying to do it themselves, they can, in my opinion, they can always reach out to me and ask me whatever they want. I'd be happy to help. This is, by the way, that room. This room was the reason why we picked Glowbox. Because that was a puzzle room, and normally you have to do like a series of movements, like rotate the chamber around. But seeing as Glowbox can kick through the wall, we can basically...
That was, okay. I saw we rotated outside of it suddenly.
Yeah, so basically you can just almost instantly grab the queen it is, I think, yeah. Instead of having to do the entire puzzle part. And that's one of the main reasons we picked Glowbox.
Got it.
It's a Rayman game, and we don't even run as Rayman.
Yeah, well, that's kind of what happened to the Rayman series over time, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh.
Once the Rabbids got involved, and then
everything just went sideways. Poor Rayman.
I believe as long as Ubisoft continues to exist, Rayman could come back and should.
Exactly. Yeah. I 100%. I've seen some fan games that are pretty good though. Like I think one of them was called Rayman Redemption, which is basically Rayman 1, but it's with like added gameplay and stuff. Which is, I have never like completed Rayman Redemption, but I do like the part that I did play was really good. I remember back when I've only completed Rayman 1 once on the PS Vita. Because when I was little, I used to get to like the part where you've got like an instrument, like a music themed world basically, and I could never get past it. It's like one of the first worlds even. So when I finally got past it, when I was playing on the PS Vita, I was like, wow, okay. So this game has so much more to offer, and I was like, I've only done up until level 5 or 6. There's like 15. So. But yeah, that game is... Rayman 1 is like the people that speedrun it, because I reckon that's like a big task to do, but...
Yes, yeah. Rayman 1 is legitimately scary. There are parts of that game that are tough as nails for how cute it looks.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. It is crazy. Like, hats off to people that speedrun it. I mean, you can still speedrun it. You just you don't have to.
Oh yeah, it's not like you can't get into it and like play it in a certain way. You wait out cycles where you would otherwise skip them, things of that nature.
There you go.
Speaking of skipping cycles, trying to make it over those enemy waves, quickly is a little scary.
It is, because they're so relentless. You can hit them to like basically like what I did there, to basically give you a little bit of breathing room, but they shred through you if they hit you basically. Like even if you have an extra hit point, like the heart that's following me is basically an extra hit point.
Right.
They
actually take it on the hits are very short.
Yeah, they take you for a ride, and it's like you're gone within seconds. It's a cool idea though, but scary in a run. Okay, here we go. Ooh. That was kind of close. Oh.
Welcome on back to Out of the Box on the Games Done Quick Hotfix. My name is T-Tree, and we are rapidly racing through Rayman Legends with the ridiculously talented Shin Dark Shadow. So let's get back to it.
Oh, welcome back. We'll continue in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Right, here we go. Going to one of my favorite worlds in this speed run. Which is basically wow, it's food themed, I guess, or
yeah. Say you don't stick a fork in these levels yet because they're not done until they're over.
No.
If you nail all the tricks, can we say you were hot dog in it?
Well, I guess I'm top dog in it. In that case.
That too.
Or no,
Chat,
it's a hot dog.
Chat, please keep your tomatoes to yourselves.
Please don't throw them at me.
Oh no, they'd be for me. I'm the one making all the puns. You're doing the speed. You're doing the impressive thing here. I'm the one eliciting all the groans. You have nothing to worry about. If you were traveling up a method of conveyance full of foods as your only way to platform, what food would you be hoping for the most?
Something that I can actually stand on.
Sure, good start. I was thinking something covered in honey so I could just try to stick to it and like let it carry me wherever it's going.
That would be a good call, yeah. I mean, I'm growing and getting smaller, so in that case, anything would go, to be honest.
True.
If you're
I can't say I ever thought about what traveling through a watermelon would be like, but I'm kind of glad somebody at Ubisoft did, so we got this ridiculous level.
It's pretty awesome, though. I think it's a really cool idea. And here we go. And that's the level.
Nicely done.
Thank you.
You know, we've been talking so far this evening about kind of the different states of how do you get into speedrunning? How do you define like the ways to develop a run? If people are at that place where they've found something that speaks to them and they've been practicing and they want to show that off, that's something that we would absolutely love to show. Like if you'd like to appear on GDQ Hotfix, we are accepting submissions for the winter season for, you know, right now for the foreseeable future. So if there's something that you love to showcase on the channel, whether it's a speed run, whether it's a showcase or something in between, send it our way at gdq.gg/submit/hotfix anytime.
Oh, I'll make sure to note that.
Now we're duck box loaded.
Yep, we are. Yep. Yeah, for one level, we get turned into a duck. So all of our
as you do.
Yeah, all of our moves are like, well, we can only headbutt and jump and float. That's all we do. And Murphy's
we
back.
got special guac.
Yeah, and we got the box fireball for some reason.
It's on me for not thinking about guacamole as something good for platforming in the last level, honestly. Shame on me.
I mean, if you have someone to make a path for you, that would definitely work.
Fair. Guacamole is usually better with friends. Just don't double dip.
Bit of free fall in there as well.
I like that there's both lava and tomato sauce, you know, as though they're putting, it's like a hat on a hat when people always talk about how lava, you know, if they don't want to call it lava or you get boiled alive, it's like, oh yeah, we just fell into the tomato sauce. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
But here there's actually tomato sauce.
But no worries, it'll be fine. It's probably hot tomato sauce though, but that's besides the point. We won't say it's boiling though, because
and of course, if you fall into something in your current form, you become crispy glow duck. So.
Yeah, you can serve me up at that point.
Indeed. I don't know about anybody else, but I was talking to a friend recently who actually, rather than turkey or ham or any of those holiday specials, usually spends the holidays alone, just as the nature of like his wife is often traveling around the holidays for her job. So he will go to a local market and get a half of a crispy duck and just do that as a holiday tradition. And that, the more I think about it, the more that sounds really, really good.
Yeah, it does. I agree. I love duck.
Someone in chat says, "How does it look easy and hard?"
I was about to say.
And that's the secret of a good platformer. You make it look easy by knowing the ideal line to take, but you're also, especially in this game where you're also having to manipulate Murphy, there is a lot going on at all times, and that's what makes it look hard.
Yeah. Ooh. Oh, nice. That's pretty difficult trick. See, the cake closes after the snake, basically. And if you're fast enough, you can grab the cage and jump back out, as I just did.
Nice.
Which is, normally we use the ball here as well, but you can just jump in, use invincibility from getting hit, and do it quickly like this.
We're technically a few weeks late here on Dia de los Muertos, but it's the holiday season, so a little opportunity to celebrate a variety of holidays.
Yeah, I was about to say it's still a party, kind of.
True.
Still a celebration. So it fits.
And there are many communities in speedrunning that are much more like families, and especially for people who don't get the opportunity to socialize as much anymore, or may not have family of their own anymore. And GDQ is certainly like that for a lot of people. So if we're able to help provide a little bit of extra family in speedrunning for you during the holiday seasons, then I'm very glad to be a small part of that.
Yeah, likewise. I always like to meet new people. Know what,
Speaking of looking
like,
difficult, just the cycle is clearly outlined by the skeleton worms, but all of seeing all of them at once is somehow more intimidating than seeing each of them individually.
Yeah,
even if it doesn't
I
necessarily
agree.
make your traversal harder.
Yeah.
Nice.
There we go. Made it through. Oh, there's the upcoming, like, it's still a few levels away, I think, because we have to do an invasion, which is another speedrunning, like mini speedrun. And I think we have another level. And then the boss itself, like, if there's a soundtrack in this game you have to listen to, it's that one. It's like,
True.
it's one of my favorite songs from this game, to be honest.
That's a great choice.
Yeah. All right. We are still on track for getting all the teensies, so that's good. We haven't missed any. Which, in the beginning, when I just started learning this game, I think it's happened like, I think my first 5 to 10 runs, I think, where I kept missing the same teensy.
Sure.
So as I was saying earlier, like, don't make it a habit, but
Yep, the first
managed
time I
to-
learned 100% run, it was I would miss something different almost every run.
oh,
Like,
that's
wait,
also something that, yeah.
What am I forgetting this time? I'll go check the thing I missed last time. No, I got that one. All right, well, I guess I'll just start over.
Yeah, that's what happened with me in this game as well.
Mm-hmm.
Well, luckily you can like interchange. Like if you miss any teensies, you just grab a
That
king
is really
or a queen
nice,
from
yeah.
a different level. Yeah. And also the thing that I have on my splits as well is I know how many teensies I need to have after
Per
every level.
Clever.
Yeah. I mean, at a certain point you don't need it anymore, but like it's always nice to have a bit of insurance.
Speaking of having a little bit of insurance,
Yeah,
having the heart there for trying to hover over that.
Yeah.
Is wasting all this cake. At least I assume the colorful stuff is cake that we're cutting through in these
Yeah,
levels.
it is. Yeah. I'm not sure if he's eating it or just. Oh no, the guy that's chasing me is definitely not eating it.
Yeah,
But I
no,
think
that's why I'm saying it feels like such a waste.
I think the ones that jump in, well, not that one then, obviously, because that wasn't cake. But I think they are actually eating it as they're falling
Nice.
down. So I guess it evens it out.
All right, chat, if you were going to be in a level where you had to eat whatever it was to progress, what are you picking? What are you platforming through?
That's
Bonus points for considering how good it would be to actually platform through in addition to how tasty.
Oh god! Imagine like if you had to platform through like cake and stuff. Like how soggy would it get?
Right. Yeah. No, that's like, it's going to be a function of how long, nice Terminator reference. It's going to be a function of how long it's been sitting there, what flavor of cake, what it's made of. If it turns out there's a portion that's an ice cream cake, you're going to have a bad time.
Yeah, you'll just go right through.
Or it's still frozen through and you're going to have to like really start clawing through it to hope
get
you're not
through.
being chased.
Because I think in Origins there's I'm not sure if it was. I do remember there's like an ice world, but it's like, or at least ice levels, but it's not like ice as in ice cream, but it's like ice blocks.
Okay, first answer, very confident answer out of chat. Grilled cheese, easy. kind of see the vision, but if you're platforming through a grilled cheese the long way, then you're just stuck in a giant like river of cheese.
God, I'd get distracted and probably start eating. No platforming anymore. I'm just eating my way through.
True. Which is very similar to the next answer, which is a tower of pizza. Yeah, I get it. I see what you did there.
Pizza tower.
Right.
Oh, that's a game that I really want to learn. And not even the whole
Sure, yeah,
like the
you could
difficult
IL
stuff.
it. You could do individual levels for P ranks. You could do any percent. I ran
you can-
John percent for a while.
You can go any way you want, indeed. That's also something that I like about speedrunning. Like, I've been doing any percent mostly, but like I do want to try my hand at really completing a game and learning where everything is at some point. Because something that I've really been like, what I've been watching lately myself is like spiral runs, where people like run through spiral and get all the gems and stuff, which is something that I think is really cool. How they, because it's so like if you look at it, it looks so optimized.
Yes,
It's just,
Spyro runs are absolutely about the ideal line through every level.
Yeah,
It's another
exactly.
one of those where the movement is really, really captivating to look at. And it's also fascinating just how different the speed runs for the original versions and the
reignited, yeah, exactly. Ooh, that was close. Oh, this is, by the way, the song I was talking about. It's so cheerful.
Yeah. They could have gone with something with a little more of like a rock feel for like making the luchador seem like a real bad guy, but no, they wanted everyone to have fun.
It's a party. And there we go, taken out. And now, well, I was going to say we go to the underwater world, but I think there's only one. Oh no, I'm lying. No. There's a few levels where you're underwater, or at least a bit. All right, that's another world done. On to the next one. Yeah, those musical levels are, especially because you at some point. I think you have to have 400 TNCs, because that's like, we don't even get close to that because we only get 260. But
Yeah.
I think there's like, if you get 400, there's like a world with just musical levels, basically.
Yes, I think you're right.
Yeah, I think it's called the Living Dead Party, and I think it's like it changes the normal musical levels and makes them like more difficult.
Yes, yeah, it's essentially your remixes world.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Really good, though.
As we're watching and keeping apprised of all the new tricks and the new themes that each world has, if you're curious on what's coming up on Hotfix, you can check out this week's schedule and you can submit your runs to be showcased at gdq.gg/hotfix.
Hey.
As we were talking earlier, there are runs, or there are shows for basically every kind of speedrun, including some of our newest shows, the Scenic Route with Osborne, which is on Monday, featuring glitchless runs or runs with no major glitches. The kinds of people. It's another kind of approach towards accessible speedrunning, being able to watch somebody who's running the game, the intended way, such as it were, just really, really proficiently. And Fast Travel with Nick R.P. Green focusing on runs and runners from other countries.
Nice. This is another instance where we do restart sequence, because we spawn back where we were. Nice. You grab that TNC and then you basically teleport back. You can also take an intentional
I like that they
but
brought back the kind of 60s spy theme for an underwater infiltration level.
I think this world also has the longest level in the game, but we don't run that one because it's also
call.
Yeah, it's also the one that this time I'm actually paying attention, but it's the level, the level that's not this one, actually, the first one that's just unlocked. It's actually the level that I've jumped into the most without realizing that it's not a.
Yeah, the level starts. You're like, oh no, I've done the level again.
I don't know this level. What am I supposed to do?
Right.
I mean, if I ever do try to 100% this, I have to learn it. So.
Fair.
I think that might be in the books at some point. Because I mean, I already know how to get 260 TNTs, so why not get all 700?
It's true. You're you're not quite halfway there.
Not even halfway though. Well, that's also something that I really like about speed. It's like learning all the new stuff and like noticing. Because that's also something like it's also in real life. You mostly don't notice how far you've come. Like.
You just start taking the things you know as a matter of course. It's like, oh yeah, no, I can build on that because this part of it I already know how to do. But then it makes it easy to downplay. Oh, it took 150 hours to get to this point, and there were times when I genuinely thought about quitting. But now that I know how to do it, it all just makes sense to me.
Yeah, and indeed, yeah. Crazy how like even out speedrunning that you can still like basically get life lessons. Like stuff that would help like in the rest of
and it's one of those reasons why individual players can stick with runs forever and ever, you know, like use this game as an example. You know, you've got 700 teensies, and while there aren't categories for each, you know, additional 100, but like there is a category for 100 teensies.
Yeah, for 100,
there's 10% for what you said, 260. And then there's the all TNCs category. So you could absolutely keep building on this game for a long time and have a different experience each time.
Yeah, a lot of stuff to do indeed. Like, and for me, it's like I'm more of a think like I want to learn not as many games as possible, but like I'll set a goal for myself, which I did for this game as well, because my goal was to get faster than 90 minutes, which took me a bit. I had some like big PBs like 7 minutes and 8 minutes, but I started like my first run was over 2 hours, and then I gradually lowered it until I barely got past. I almost went in again. I wanted a job, but it's
just the most natural feeling thing to do when in the hub world.
Yeah, you just want to go into the next level, and you're like, but I caught myself just in time. This is one of the like quote-unquote stealthy levels where you have to dodge all the lights, and Murphy's going to be helping as well. Well, hopefully, because I've had it happen that in this location, basically, Murphy blocks the light, but I've had it happen that the item that he grabs, the circular thing, that he drops it, and then the whole room is lit. Right. So I'll be in that room, and then I can't progress because he's not blocking the light for me. Nice. But yeah, I really like in this game how certain areas flow.
Yeah, level design is something that like I feel like a lot of players, and it's just kind of natural, you take for granted when you're playing games more casually. It's like, no, that part of that felt really good, but you don't necessarily think about why. And I feel like speedrunning is a really good opportunity to say like, oh, here's why I do this way, and like why I learned how to do this technique, because it's useful in so many different scenarios.
Yeah,
now
exactly.
That I'm familiar with the game, I can recognize at a glance. It's kind of like how the Mario Kaizo runners can do blind races of new levels. It's like their fundamentals are so strong.
Yeah, exactly.
They can recognize a setup and be like, okay, I need to do this kind of reverse shell jump 3 times to get over this gap.
Yeah, to get over it. Yeah, exactly.
And then whatever's coming next, I'll figure it out when I get there.
I think that's so impressive to me, like how people adapt on the fly. Like I've never done this before, but like I'm instantly, just because I'm prepared basically. It's I don't know. That's one of the most impressive things I've seen in speedrunning,
Yeah,
to be honest.
it's a very unique and demanding skill set. I understand why it's so impressive.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna see if I can manage to do this. There's a night. Normally we go left, but you can do this and then skip that entire part.
Nice.
That's a trick that I used to like. I used to struggle with it quite a bit because I've had it happen where I keep falling down. I'm like, okay, you know what? I'll just go left and do it normally. But that's also something that I really enjoy is like having a part that I'm stuck on and then like focusing on that until I can actually put it off quite consistently. Because yeah, I don't know what it is. I don't know why I like it so much. I guess it's the feeling of accomplishment once you actually get it down.
That's certainly part of it. And I think there can be something really rewarding to even just like the individual chewing on the different parts and figuring out like, oh, okay, so the setup for this is like this. I can do that part. I can't do the other part of it yet, but I know I'm getting closer.
Exactly. Yeah, that's how it went for me when I learned Crash 4. Because I knew there was quite some skips. My first run was the race I did, but I didn't know any of the skips, so I just went through the levels as fast as possible. I had done all the death relics before that, so I kind of knew how everything worked.
Makes sense.
I think in the upcoming months, I just like gradually started learning skips. And there's still one skip, like the hardest one in the game that I still have to learn. But I've ran Crash for almost a year, and like there's still stuff that I'm learning from. Because I think last week I learned a skip that's pretty difficult to pull off. It's like a lot of you jump on a lot of invisible ledges, and like it barely saves any time, but it looks really cool.
Of course, yes. There is something to be said for what they call swag strats. The ones you go for just because they look really good, even if they save frames instead of seconds.
Yeah, but that's exactly what I was talking about with in Crash 4 at the final boss. You've got a certain jump that's like it's a pretty difficult jump, but it looks really cool if you pull it off.
Sure.
Because I did it in my first GDQ appearance. I managed to pull it off, but
awesome.
Yeah, stuff like that is stuff that I like. Like sometimes it's not about like for me, not about just going fast. It's about doing cool stuff as well.
Oh yeah, it's the whole nature of the speedrun as a performance is like, hey, here's this thing that I'm passionate about that I think is really cool, and I want to show it off.
Show it to you.
I may not be able to do every trick in the same run, but I'm gonna try for it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's the whole dedication thing as well. Like,
well, it's one of those things that I often tell runners who tell me they're nervous when a run starts. It's like, no, this is a showcase. This is you being like you did the hard work to get to this point to have this run prepared.
Yeah, but
this is your time to show off what you're passionate about and just have fun with it.
Yeah, there's basically no pressure, to be honest. It's basically just quote unquote just a run, not completely, but yeah, you can just basically treat it like any other run you do, to be honest. It's just with more people watching you instead of...
Yeah, this is just practicing your no resets, the same as you would do on your own stream or in your own living room or whatever the case may be.
So that's also something that's... everyone probably has had it at least once, where you just can't get a run going, basically.
Yep.
Or like, I've had it... Well... It's not too often, but I've had it happen where I'm like, I can't get a run off the ground, so I keep resetting.
Yep.
And it's also something that like, it's kind of a mindset thing as well. Like even if stuff goes wrong, to just continue. because in the end, if you look at it, it's still, even if you don't, if it's not a PB, you can still get gold splits, or you can still like practice parts that you normally wouldn't practice because there's no time pressure. Like that's what I did with
if nothing else,
with
if you're
Crash.
tracking things through like live split, you are making the number on the right, which is the total number of completed runs go, or the number on the left, the total number of completed runs go up, and that's something to be proud of in and of itself.
Yeah,
that's like
exactly.
a show of how much you've put into practicing your consistency.
Indeed.
Also, shout outs to the small Splinter Cell cameo in the last level. The enemies with the glowing green eyes.
Yeah. Yeah, Sam
Speaking of a franchise, we need
Fisher,
to see another entry in.
Oh yeah. God, I used to. Oh, when I was little, yeah. Also, I used to play Siphon Filter when I was younger.
Ooh, yeah,
PS1.
that's a great shout. Yeah. Speaking of games you wouldn't necessarily associate with childhood from their content, but
Yeah, indeed. But yeah, I mean, it was when I was little.
right. You know, it's just the way with games. Most people, especially people with that appetite for games, will just play whatever they get their hands on. So
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You have a little. Well, this is basically also an auto scroller, but a little more. Because here you actually have to pay attention with dodging and stuff. And then the other one, it was just waiting for everything to line up so you could progress to the next part. I do think it's really cool how they did this idea, to be honest.
yeah, this is certainly one of the more aggressive levels with regards to things coming at you, either on your plane or in front.
Yeah, and also with like the checkpoints as well. Like it's kind of it's unforgiving in this level, to be honest. But once you get to this part, it's we've had the most of it. So.
I also
And
like
there we go.
getting ahead of the guy we were chasing. Didn't do anything. You don't
Yeah.
end the level early. You still have to wait. Very nicely done.
Yeah, and I think there's one more level, and then we do the scratch cards, which will mean I'm gonna have to use my mouse to like. I think that's a really fun thing to do as well, because it's like it's actually like an actual scratch ticket,
Yeah.
and it's like you're actually moving a finger to scratch.
Right.
Instead of like just using a cursor, because that's also something that I really like about Rayman things, is that they do stuff
Nice
differently.
dodges.
Yeah, I was like, it's not that I need the heart in this boss,
Right.
but yeah, that was really close.
Yeah, I feel like your inner monologue was like, all right, I can fix this. I can save it.
Yeah,
I want to keep that heart in case I need it later.
Yeah, I mean, you get a few hearts, I think, during the phases, but
Gotcha.
I think there'll be one here somewhere, I think. I'm happy that they do that, because
this was the era where touching your game controller or game screen was coming into vogue. The Wii U, the Vita.
oh yeah, indeed,
Eventually,
yeah.
they would do similar things with the PS4 touchpad when they put this game out on the PS4.
Yeah, it's stuff like that. It's really nice. I like this part as well, where everything's just falling apart and you're just trying to get through. And the soundtrack is kick-ass in this level too.
Yeah, the action themes in this game have a particularly kind of timeless feel to them because they don't
Yeah,
go for
oh.
certain kinds of instrumentation. They all just feel
Yeah,
like they belong in a movie somewhere. Brassy, fun, exciting.
it's like, oh no,
Oh, no.
I missed. I've never had this before. That's fine. I was just, my attack was a bit too high, so I missed but you're supposed to hit the gem in its mouth. That's fine. We'll get it here. There we go. On to the next phase. I like that part as well because you basically skip. Normally, the piece that was falling next to me, normally you have to climb that entire structure and get over it. And now I just went underneath. Ooh, that was close. Oh, Origins was such a good game, actually. And seeing as the movement is the same as this game, it would make it pretty easy for me to pick it up. It's definitely on the list of stuff that I want to learn. And there we go. Okay. Oh, it's time for the scratching.
All right.
And then a few more levels, invasions, and then the final 2 levels.
Well, while we catch up on making use of our scratch tickets and cash in, if you want to catch up on past hotpick shows, special events, or GDQ marathons, you can head over to youtube.com/GamesDoneQuick. And hey, if you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to like the video, subscribe, and turn on your notifications to stay up to date with GDQ. Or as the kids say, smash that notification bell. Something like that, right?
Yeah. That's one of the paintings. One of the levels we're gonna do. Yeah, you get 1 level every 5 scratch tickets or lucky tickets. That's why we get 10 because we're doing 2 levels. And you get creatures as well, which would they would give you lumps like daily every day you log in. There's like a certain room where they all gather, and you've got like more rare. Oh, there we go. You got more rare creatures as well, which give you more lumps.
Yeah.
And you unlock like different stuff by getting lumps, like different character skins and.
Right. So. Yeah. This is all ultimately currency to go towards getting different versions of your characters and new characters and all sorts of things like that. If you like creatures, stay tuned after the end of Out of the Box for Creature Corner, all about games with creature protagonists. Something of a callback to Rayman 1 with the music theme levels.
Yeah, exactly.
The musical stabs as platforming.
I used to love that part. Like, I never got past it when I was little, but...
Right. I was wondering. I was like, as soon as you said that, I'm like, yeah, that sounds right.
There's one part that's like really... Like, I think it was like with slippery ledges, and you basically barely have any room at some point. You have to like get through without falling off, and I kept falling down.
Yeah, ice platforming plus midair, where if you fall, you go either way like back or all the way into an endless pit. Yeah, it's
one mistake spells doom. Yeah. Here we go.
Talked on a multiple occasions about the soundtrack of the game, and honestly, this world just kind of sounds like an RPG to me.
Oh god, yeah.
I don't know what it is about the dulcimer and the more the woodwind instrumentation.
Yeah. Oh god, there's a few RPGs I'd like to revisit now that I'm because there's a few. I used to play Breath of Fire 4 for the PS1 when I was little.
Okay.
Yeah, and crazy enough, I've never played Final Fantasy 7. I've never I've started it, but I've never completed it. So that's also one that I really want to play. I played 8 and 10 when I was little, but that's also that's so long ago. So
Sure.
yeah.
No, if you're interested in the series and its history, the Pixel Remaster series of Final Fantasy, I can't recommend strongly enough. They're a really good and they're a really accessible way to get into seeing what the series has to offer.
Oh yeah, sounds like a good time.
As it turns out, playing video games is a lot of fun. You're very right about that. Yep, so now we're in the back to Origins sections, playing, in this case, the first level from Rayman Origins, because it was found that doing these levels to get more of our teensies is faster than continuing to play some of the later Legends levels.
Yeah, I really like the Origins levels. Like, just in general. Not necessarily these, but like, Origins as a whole is such fun. Because I remember, playing that for hours on end.
Sure.
Days on end. So when I figured out that the Origins levels were in here as well, I was stoked.
Sure, that's awesome.
It's basically more for more gameplay.
True.
There we go. And now the only two things we still have to do is we have the invasions, which are the speedruns, but we've got like multiple back to back. And then
we heard you like speedruns, chat. So we put some speedruns in your speedruns.
In your speedrun,
you can finish the rest. Yeah.
So you can enjoy speedrunning while speedrunning.
Exactly.
There we go. That's the first one. Still on track to getting all the TCs. So
Nice. Yeah, these in particular really remind me of the like daily and weekly challenges that taught you the fundamentals of how to move in this game. Because just getting up to speed from a standstill is like, it's super different depending on like the character you're playing as, where they put you. There was somewhere it was
where you
like,
start indeed.
Levels. Yeah.
Yeah, I think one of the invasions, or it's not an invasion, but it's one of the extra levels that we do. It's actually one of the ones where you fall down. Yeah. Oop, let's restart. That's the other thing that it doesn't lose any time because you just press exit. But that's the other thing besides me jumping into the wrong level.
Snakes on a cake. Truly, it was a different time.
Yeah. We've got a few in this world, and then we've got a few in the first world, and then we should have enough to get to the final 2 levels. Oh no. That's the downside to these levels. If you get hit, it's back to the start.
Hey, I mean,
So-
this was the same year as Flappy Bird, so I guess putting some Flappy Bird into your Rayman kind of makes sense.
Yeah. Ooh.
Yes, for anyone just joining us, we're inside the speedruns inside of the speedrun, doing some of the invasion levels, which are small timed challenges to gain extra teensies, which is our main collectible, so we can go to the final levels of Rayman Legends here.
Okay. That's the next one. I always forget which one is which, because it's weird that the name doesn't like ring a bell to me normally. It's like once I see it, I'm like, oh yeah, this is what I'm supposed to do.
Yeah, it's not the level so much as the like starting position. Once you see that, you're like, okay, it's this level.
Yeah, this is what's gonna go down, or how it's gonna go down.
Go down literally in this case.
Yeah, that's another one done. Let's see, we've got five more invasions, and then one normal quote unquote level. Well, it's not a normal level. It's one of the rescue levels. It's where you can get different characters, basically, for finishing them, or different skins. Ooh.
I don't want to get too curmudgeonly or too pointed in terms of criticism at Ubisoft, but remember when playing the game got you rewards like extra skins and characters rather than taking out your wallet?
Having to buy DLC. Yeah. Another one down. Yeah, I think now we get the rescue level.
Nice.
Or they call them rescue levels. Go in here. And I think this is also reused for the challenges, for the daily challenges and stuff.
You are correct.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I spent a lot of time optimizing this one in particular. I just had that weird tingle down the back of my neck.
Yeah.
Like, oh, this is a sense memory right here. I remember this one.
Like, I mean, there's some spots where I could have ground pounded, but besides that, like, it's short but sweet, and it's where you can play as a new character.
Yeah, just like figuring out where to hit those platforms and how to do the line such that you bounce off.
Yeah, exactly.
And we're in good position to dive. Yep.
Especially
like somebody mentioned
like,
earlier, how is this so easy and so hard at the same time? And that's how
it goes way that's also something that I really like about speedrunning is you can choose yourself how deep you want to go with speedrunning. Like you could learn just like basic stuff and still speedrun, or you could like go all the way and like learn every little thing. Oh, there we go. Every little thing there's to offer. Because I'm not done learning in this game yet, but I know quite.
For sure. And like set yourself a goal and aim for that. Don't feel like you have to go all the way to where somebody else is.
Exactly. Oh. No.
No worries, you got this.
Ooh. That was really close.
Yeah, a slightly different line resulted in almost a very different path through the level.
Yeah.
There we go.
And we almost went back to the start as well because of it. Okay. Oh, normally when I do my runs, I'm continuously like whistling to the music as well, just because.
I was tempted, I assure you.
Yeah. Because I heard the whistle, I was like, oh god. So good.
It's fine. Producer Richard can just shut off our mics if it gets too annoying.
People will be like, huh? I can't hear anything. What happened? I can still hear the game, but not the...
Yeah, that's absolutely a joke I've made when showcasing runs. Like, you know, if I were just doing a run of this myself, I would absolutely just be like quietly humming along to the music, and that's all you'd hear out of me. But since I'm here telling you what's cool about the run, I might as well keep doing that.
Oh no, I jumped in.
Oh dear.
Oh good. And I mean, you're bound to make mistakes here and there, so
Oh, absolutely.
it's not nothing to beat yourself up over.
Nope. Like, if you happen to have a showing of a game where everything goes right, that's awesome. It's
Yeah,
not
but,
going to
like-
happen again the same way the next time.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, it's also the show, like, yeah, like making mistakes is not a big, it's not bad. So
No, someone in
doesn't have to be bad.
earlier in chat mentioned in this game in particular is super forgiving because of the nature of the checkpoints and how quick
Oh,
it is
yeah.
to reset to one.
Exactly. Yeah. Because I thought like it's totally different, like from compared to like Crash 4, or
Yeah.
like Crash in general, because I've had it where I die right before a checkpoint, and all of a sudden I'm like 40 seconds behind.
Sure.
Because you
Or
have to
I'm
do the entire
imagining-
part
I'm
over.
imagining the absolute heroes who try to do something like speedrun 106.
Oh my god!
You have to get the
Oh.
insanely perfect relics.
I was about to say the first time I did it, it took me 60 hours. I'm like,
I believe it.
I think world record on that is like it's 6 hours something, 6 hours and some change, which is really impressive in my opinion. So much to keep track of as well. Like you have to do every level perfect, get all the crates without dying and stuff.
Right. The reverse
Like
levels, yeah.
Yeah, then that's what I think that's the only part where I would be like, ugh. Because
Yep. Load
when I
move
just,
time, 106% is 6 hours 38 minutes, which is half an hour ahead
yeah.
of second place.
that is actually insane.
Right?
Yes, it's Cookie, I think. Cookie
You are correct.
is such a good. I think Cookie is focusing on Silk Song, I think, at the moment. Yeah, been watching here and there. Awesome person.
And currently top 10, 100% no major glitches for Silksong. Very impressive.
Yeah.
People just take to new runs like a duck to water.
Yeah, like, I wouldn't know where to start, to be honest.
Right?
Like, and that's why people like that are amazing, because you can basically, what I would do is I basically learn from them, see what they do,
Yes.
and then try to apply that to my own.
That is the most obvious way to get into a new run. Is like, all right, I know this person takes to it and has a good head for figuring out how a route works. I'm gonna watch them as they play it for the first time and then figure out speed running.
Exactly.
Once
Yeah.
there's some established strats there, then I'll feel more comfortable jumping in because I have something to model my work on.
Exactly. Yeah. All right, here we are. The last two levels. Because we got exactly 260. This level is a bit of a deal biter to me because it's like an entire chase sequence, and it's a lot of free falling, to be honest. But I have faith. It's gonna go great.
You have faith and skills. Between the two of them, I believe you'll be all right.
Yeah. Thank you.
Of course.
Here
For
we go.
the final exam, such as it were.
Yeah. Have you paid attention in class?
And unlike the joke we make every time, this time, chat, you get to have an open book exam. While there will still be a test, you at least get to use the run that you've been watching so far to answer the questions.
Well, so far so good. 'Cause what you normally do is you run along the wall and use Murphy to move stuff out of the side. But,
No, only what's absolutely necessary, thank you.
Yeah, we'll just pop right past. That was really close, by the way, with those saw blades. I almost got
Yes,
hit
it
there.
was. If you heard me go, if that came through on my mic, I definitely did it when that happened.
And there we go.
Nice.
And jumping onto this, the upper block, because normally you move both of them. If you jump onto the upper block, you can get to this part earlier, because,
Yeah, you time that cycle just right to have enough distance to get across.
yeah. And there we go. That went
Very,
really
very well
well.
done.
We just got through it without any resistance. And now we have to find a boss. And the TCs that we got are, well, not used anymore, so we're getting them just because we hit them.
That's fine. Right at the hey, if you're gonna make a
Oh my
mistake in
God,
a level, right at the beginning is a fine place to do it.
I've had that with like PvE pace runs as well, where I'm like, oh.
Sure. It's just free time save for next time.
Exactly. That's also a really good way of looking at it. Yeah, it's a part where you can improve next time. You restart sequence as well. We can take a chunk out of the. There we go. Restart sequence again. That's basically what I just did was optimal. Like, it doesn't get much better than that, to be honest.
Nice.
This is getting out of hand, and now there's two of them.
I'm seeing double here. 4 bosses.
Yes. One. There we go.
And the mountain climbers among you might recognize or appreciate what's going on with these tunnels that were being ferried through very quickly.
Yeah.
Very reminiscent of parts of Celeste.
Oh my God, Celeste. Like, people that speedrun that, like, hats off, because that's such a, like, especially like the B-sides and stuff.
One might argue that both with the game itself and with its themes, that running Celeste is more of a lifestyle than a speedrun.
Yeah, indeed. That's also something that at some point I want to attempt that, yeah. Got the heart for insurance.
Taking on the boss the same way you take down any speedrun, one piece at a time.
Yeah. Yeah, because that could also be something that's like really overwhelming. But there's so much to learn. Because that's something that I struggle with sometimes. But it's literally like just take it one step at a time. But you don't have to like, because what I've done, because I want to run Sonic 2 at some point. I haven't done it yet. But I was doing individual levels first. Oh, this is also, by the way, where we stop the time once I hit this guy.
GG's.
I was a bit late with saying that, but yeah. But that was Rayman Legends.
Shin, out of curiosity, what'd you say your PP was?
My PB was 129.41. And
Is that load removed or RTA?
Load removed, yeah.
What's that come out to RTA, do you think?
It's about 135, I think.
Okay.
135, 137.
Because this was very, very close. This is coming out at about a 137.30.
Yeah, it was really close to PB. Yeah.
That's terrific.
So, like, because the invasions I died a few times, so that's obviously time loss. Mm-hmm. But besides that, it went pretty well overall. So,
yeah, you should
be really
very, very proud of yourself.
Yeah, I'm really happy with how it went. And I hope everyone enjoyed it as much as I did, because you know how it is. Speedrunning is not just like to me, it's also just fun. It's not necessarily like the most important thing is to have fun. That's why.
So you mentioned a lot of different PlayStation games over the course of this run. Is PlayStation, was that your main console growing up? Is that why you've gravitated towards those franchises?
Yes.
Okay.
It was.
That makes sense.
Yeah, that's the reason why.
Understandable way that people get into speedrunning. It's like, hey, these are the games I played as a kid. What if I go back and play them much faster?
Yeah, because I when I was little, I had a PS1 and I had a Sega Genesis. So the first game I ever played was actually Sonic 2. And then,
nice.
Yeah, later on I got, I think when I turned 4, I got a PS1 with Crash 2. that just came out, and that's where it started for me.
That's a heck of a place to start on the PS1.
Yeah,
one of the
exactly.
all-time.
It's such, oh my god. Yeah. So
That's very cool. Yeah, let's
That was it.
talk a little bit while we have a few minutes, since you finished
Yeah, that's fine.
a healthy amount ahead of your estimate. We'll
Yeah.
talk a little bit about where else we're going to be seeing you on the channel in the near future. I know you're going to be
Yeah.
running on Speeding Through the Holidays.
yes, and I'm gonna be running for Back to Black as well. I'm gonna do Crash 2 for Speeding Through the Holidays, and I'm gonna do Crash 3, the remastered versions, by the way, for Back to Black.
Oh yeah, I see the NST next to it. That makes sense.
Yeah. So that's the two things I'm going to be doing next. And well, besides that, I think on my own stream and stuff, I will most likely be speedrunning a lot of games. So.
It sounds like it just from talking to you,
Yeah,
the different conversations we had where you said, "Oh, ooh, I should speedrun that." Yeah, I believe you.
The bug is there, definitely. So,
Speaking of your own channel, where can the people find you?
Basically everywhere I am to be found, which is, I think, from the top of my head, it's Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and Twitch. It's all Dark Shadow. So, and on Discord as well. So, yeah. That's where you can find me. And before I go, like I sometimes I stream extra days, but my normal days are Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And it's because I'm European. It's it started at 7 p.m. Central European time, which is, if you're in America, it's either
anywhere between 10 a.m. and 1 p.m. depending on what time.
Around that time. So
yep.
Yeah. And one more thing, seeing as my anniversary is next week on Friday, if you want to see me run multiple games back to back, because I'm going to attempt to run all the games I've done so far, which are 7 games in total. Feel free to swing by. I'll start next week. It'll start next week on Friday at 7 p.m. Central European time. So yeah,
that's exciting. That's going to be a lot of fun. I strongly recommend
definitely.
Everyone follow Dark Shadow to see what's going on, because you're going to see, it sounds like, new runs plus a lot of practice for a lot of crowd pleasers and favorites in preparation for both Speeding Through the Holidays and Back to Black.
Yeah, Back to Black. Yes, indeed.
Well, that's terrific. I'm going to give you one more shout out here in chat, I think. Oh, I have to wait 11 more seconds. You know what? While I do that, I'm going to remind people that Black in a Flash is a community that uplifts and connects Black speedrunners at all levels of skill, offering a space to collaborate on speedruns, challenge runs, randomizers, and more while celebrating Black voices in speedrunning. You can learn more or apply to join at gdq.gg/BAF and follow at blackinaflash.bsky.social for updates. Those upcoming events are Speeding Through the Holidays, December 27th and 28th, and Back to Black 2026 on February 5th through the 8th. Thank you to the team for hitting that shout out in chat, and very well done once again, Shindark. Yeah, thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, thank you for having me, and thank everyone. I want to thank everyone for watching. Hope everyone enjoyed it as much as I did. But I hope I at least amazed a few people. Nah.
Oh, definitely.
No, but that's besides the point. I mean,
everyone had a
ton of fun. So.
Terrific time. Good. I'm glad that you did too. Yep. Yeah. So that's Rayman Legends. That's Dark Shadow. One more virtual round of applause, if you would, please. And when we come back with more Out of the Box, we're going to be taking it old school with our friend Ryan Ford. So hang out, use the time to take care of yourself, and come on back in a few minutes for more speedrunning action.